Hi, Isan. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you, and that's not good.
Uh, Wait 1 second. Yeah,
Good. Yes, wear your merchandise. Smart.
yeah.
Take away the plastic bag behind your thing. Yep. Make sure don't show the ugly things. Yeah, take away. And the sponges,
This one?
yeah, take it away. Yeah. Just don't want people to see something there.
Are you?
Good. I just finished with Thomas, so sorry.
Yeah. He sent me the email this morning and about the purchase order.
Good.
Yeah, and I think he will be reply me soon because he
Yeah, don't
just
worry,
finished
he will.
with you.
I
So
told
yeah,
him, please help you because
yeah,
we want to grow the market and he's not taking every sake. Okay. So you
yeah,
have your own sake range, he has his own, and you need to help Adelaide. He helps Sydney. Yeah.
yeah,
So that's why you two won't clash. Okay, good. Let me
yeah.
see. Now I'm gonna go on live to put this on there. You nervous?
A little bit.
没关系, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's why I give you um the questions.
yeah,
So if you got your Facebook on, if people are asking questions, do just look at that. But I'm trying to see how I can see the people things as well. Okay, let
yeah.
me see. How do I write that? I'm just putting brief description. I'm gonna change this afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you for your answers. They're great, by the way. They're perfectly what I needed for you to say. Sure. Okay. If it's on live, let me know. Oh, it's
Yep.
preparing. Let's just check that. Is it on live your end, Yisan? On the Facebook page of Sake Education Network?
Yeah.
Just double check. Yep, we're there. Okay, beautiful.
Oh, good.
Welcome to another episode of my student guest series. I would love to, definitely welcome my beautiful student on their sake journey, and this is our second episode for this month. It's all about really, shine this week, right? And the
Yep.
passion I have with Japanese sake, but my passion doesn't stop there. I'm able to ignite the fire burning with the love of Japan and Japanese sake through another. And with my teachings and experiences, I have been able to unlock the full potential that feeds the passion that is trapped within. It gives me great joy to share another sake journey of my lovely student. And I'd like to invite him to the Zoom meeting here. Yi-sun. Yi-sun, please introduce yourself to our sake audience, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Ethan. My background is Chinese and I'm living in Adelaide, South Australia. I'm doing as a sake importer and just beginning my own business. And this is my company name, INESAKE. And this is my logo. You can see a very cute cat
Oh,
and
how
hold
cute is
a
that?
bottle of sake. Yeah, that is who am I.
Beautiful. Yi-sun, that logo, can you explain to the audience what's the logo about? It looks so cute. I see a cat, but can you share the idea of how you made it?
Yeah, because for my family, we all love the cats, and we think if the cats can wear the very traditional Japanese clothes, and with the sake and hold the bottle would be very cute. And when the people see the logo, can see maybe it is a Japanese brand, and maybe with sake. Yeah, it's quite clearly and very cute, attract the people.
Oh, hence I was saying it was so cute, right?
Yes.
And I remember you were telling me, right? When I saw that catcher, I said, "Oh, that's so great!" And he was really fast as well. He haven't started anything yet, and he's already created this logo. How innovative is that, right? And
Yeah.
and you told me your wife loves the
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah,
So
she
it's
loves that. Yeah.
really symbolic there, sort of thing. Nothing to do with a drunk cat, okay? It's all to
Yeah.
do with a happy cat loving sake, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I plan
All right.
to design like the drunky cat, but my
No,
wife
it's a
say no,
happy
please
cat.
do.
We
Yeah.
would say it's a happy cat, so
Yeah.
don't say drunk, yes?
Okay.
All right, Yusan. So we just had finished the Australian Sake Awards, right? And you were invited by me to attend as a jury judge. Could you please share with our audience your experience with the Australian Sake Awards?
The Australian Sake Awards, very professional sake competition in Australia. That is, I think it's the first time hold these very professional sake awards in Australia. And I met a lot of sake professionals and the sake lovers. And I also found many sake, different kinds of sakes. And at that time, I was a judge doing the competition. I also studied a lot from the blind tasting. I found that there are many kinds of sakes, different styles, and for the same like Junmai Jinzhou, they have different tastes and aromas. And it was really a good opportunity to try the different kinds of sakes. And I was very lucky to be the one of the judges, and really thankful you to introduce me to the competition jury.
It was a great event, wasn't it? I mean, isn't that like something something that you should do with sake? And even though you don't taste that many sakes, but to be able to have that opportunity to taste those different sakes through
Yeah,
all of Australia,
yeah,
it's really a great way to see how people think about sake and
yeah,
other like-minded people, like other jury judges, you can see what they were thinking about it the same way. A great experience and a
yeah,
enjoyable event, and a great way to meet new people as well. Because
yeah,
if anything, we're our own kind of people, but we don't know where everybody else is situated, right? So
yeah,
this is a great way to really bring in like the whole sake cause, as well as bring in the same like-minded people who can really share the love and passion of Japanese sake and Japan. Thank you,
yeah,
Yisan. All right, Yisan, let's go back in time.
yeah.
Okay. What was your background before sake? Please share with the audience.
Uh, I graduated from the University of Adelaide, and my major was a master's degree in wine business. And then I worked in the wine company as a product manager. And I finished my last job this July, I think, this July, and as a transport coordinator in the wine company. So all my work experience is all about the wines. And I also am a sommelier, and I'm good at like the blind tasting when I was working. Yeah, that is what before sake what I did.
Okay, so you were a sommelier for wine that time.
Yeah.
Were you doing sales, or you were saying you're just doing transportation in the wine company?
I only do the transportation for the
Oh,
one company because they
okay.
don't have the role for the sales or the other what I did
Yeah,
before.
of course.
Yeah.
So you became a sommelier before you got this job, or
Yes,
during that you okay. So
before that.
what was your reason of becoming a wine sommelier at that time?
Because when my diploma, I studied hotel management, and I
Ah,
trained in food and beverage department in the hotel when
okay.
I was in China. So I want to become a sommelier to do the like the food and wine pairing and the wine service.
Okay. This is news to me. This is
Yeah.
all the hidden potential Yisan has. And that's what
Okay.
you tend to do. Ethan, I don't even know this yet. You even didn't tell me in advance. But so
Okay.
you actually had a background already in hotel and food and beverage already
Yeah.
before you became this transport company. So that's why you became a wine sommelier, because there's always a reason why you become a wine sommelier, right? Or sommelier of any base. And this is
Yeah.
where your connection is, because you were the food and beverage industry before. Great. Something I learned new from you today, Yisan, hidden
Oh.
potential secrets. There's more secrets behind Yisan, okay? And he loves to keep them
Okay.
to himself. Great, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and sake came into the picture when that time?
Sorry.
From then, when did sake become like visible to you, or what made you think about sake at that time?
E- I think it's back to 2018.
Okay,
2018,
that's the start of the journey. Okay, yep.
I went to Japan with my wife for the honeymoon, and I tried the sakes in Japan
Mm.
for, but I didn't go to any breweries to try the sake, only buy from the liquor shop or the supermarket. But I really love the taste, and I think it's quite different from the wine, but also it's like fermented rice. So I think it's amazing. So at
Okay,
that time, I started to focus on sake, and I trying to find more brands in Australia to taste.
so what was happening? You mentioned briefly last time about the government that
Yeah,
made you.
yeah. The Chinese government banned the one Australian wine export business.
Uh,
So it's destroyed all the wine industry in Australia. So the export is a big issue at this time because they increased the tax to 200, nearly 200 percentage. So
Oh, okay.
that is not good.
That's
So
so what made you think about sake at that time as well?
yeah, I think sake is like a new, for me, it's like a new area, but I think
Mm.
I can do the import from Japan to do the sake import and to do some business in South Australia. Yeah,
Because
because
you,
in
yeah.
South Australia, there's less among people to trying sakes and doing the business. And I think there's no like the individual importer in South Australia.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
I wanted to be the one. Yeah,
Okay, so you got the potential there. Okay,
yeah,
great. Definitely. Hear a lot of from the Adelaide, customers, like they say there's no sake there,
yeah,
literally. And that's why even the effect of the Chinese government, you said, and the Australian government with the wine industry had affected the wine industry. So what else do they have left? So really,
yeah.
pretty important to know within what's going on in the market. Beautiful. So let's move back. What was your connection with sake before you met me?
I usually watch some videos and books about sakes, but I haven't have any like professional training before I meet you. And then I think I need some professional training or get some qualification to like my uh, and then I searched the SSA website and found it, and they introduced you to me to
Yes.
have the
Another love
qualification
letter I
course.
get. Like Hana's, and I also have a love letter from you, like also requesting, that sake qualification through SSA,
Yeah,
definitely. And I saw it, I said, okay, let's get in touch, and we got in touch. And you also purchased some sakes through Sake World as well at the same
yeah,
time, to get some more training or more
yeah,
like practicing with sake.
yeah.
Great. All right. So you mentioned already what you were doing at that time. You were the transport coordinator, but describe yourself, Yisan, during that time, how you were.
Uh, at that time when I was working in the wine industry, I really full of pressure, and because I I did 3 different roles to do that job. I need to do the stock take, arrange purchase orders from company or the individuals. I also working to booking the transport. That is 3 different jobs in a day, actually every day. So I'm not quite happy and I wanted to do something to change my situation at that time. So I really also I was very confused about my future career. So I think if I keep doing that job, I couldn't have a good future career. So I want to have some change.
And you'll keep on hiding your potential.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I find. You've got a
yeah,
lot of hidden potential. Ever you notice everybody, right? Your son's got a lot of secrets. He doesn't want to share with the world, but he's actually got a lot of potential to in different areas of the industry to really, assist,
yeah.
But because of your role, if you can, make me confirm this as well, Yi-san, you feel that your role was based on a role rather than a passion.
Yeah.
That's what you were getting, because you're working, you didn't mind working, but you didn't make you feel joy, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
3
Yeah.
different roles didn't make you feel joy. You're working very tired and you're very, very busy, but busy doesn't mean happy. Busy to me means like
Pressure,
job, role,
job,
pressure,
work.
need
Yeah,
to finish this, hurry up and finish within the time finish, that sort of feel, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And that's why you were feeling confused. That's why you're feeling like, you needed some change, but you didn't know where to go. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, next question. What changed for you after taking the SSA Sake courses? Please share with the audience, Nissan.
When I was studying the course, I found you are a really good teacher, and your teaching skills and the love of sake attracted me. And I think the sake is really good. And I studied a lot from and more details academic knowledge and from you, and you helped me a lot to build up my confidence. I think I can study well with sake.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just makes it much more easier once you understand and
yeah,
when you can leverage that passion at the same time. Most people can be very studious, right? But
yeah,
where's that joy? If there's no joy, you don't want to be studious, right? So,
yeah,
but with you, like the rest of my students, that you just felt like you wanted more, you wanted more, you
yeah,
wanted to learn more, and you
yeah,
felt passionate about it. So it doesn't matter how thick the books are, you just kept on wanting to read, right? Is it that
yeah,
feeling, right? But at the same time, you're gaining confidence, which is great.
yeah.
Okay. So, yes, so let's go a little bit more time. So it's been a year since I get you certified, of course. What made you remember me after taking my course since last
Yeah.
year?
We usually have some talk through the social media and focus on your Facebook and Instagram, and you give me more suggestions about my daily life and encourage me to keep studying deeply about the sake.
Mm.
And when I was preparing the my own business, and I think I sent you the uh, emails and to ask you to help me to give me some like recommendation and suggestions. And we had a Zoom meeting, I think one night, and for nearly 1.5 hours. You gave me a lot of information and suggestions. So I couldn't forget you.
Thank you. I mean, my crime, I talk a lot, but I share a lot as well, as you know. And I remember your email to me, like saying, Sandra, I want you to tell me my next path, my next direction. Can you give me suggestion? And that's like, a blessing to me is that, yes, I'm here to help. Hence, I didn't think that you were going to be in import business. That's totally the truth. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know what were you going to be doing that time. I was thinking, okay, yeah, help. What do you want to do? But at the same time, you were also taking the SSA Sommelier course as well, and you had
yeah,
a lot of like study. Oh, he's very studious. I mean, I think he's even once more. I feel like can his mind absorb that much information? It can.
yeah,
So definitely, yeah. I remember that email, and we had a beautiful conversation to find your direction, and that
yeah,
is why you are much more confident to probably start your business now. Through some contacts, I've also leveraged some help as well to you to assist you to starting your journey with your import business. Beautiful.
yeah.
All right. Next question. What opportunities after you had become a sake sommelier, the expert of sake now, what was the opportunities that were available to you?
I think after I became a sake sommelier, cause I moved from one industry to the sake industry, and I meet the sake group, like the different more sake people in Australia, and can help me to get my business group like this, and I can get more useful information. And when I'm talking to my customer, and they saw I'm the sake sommelier, and they will be a little more trust me about what I say to them, and they love to accept my suggestion. They think it's very professional, and it's good for me to start my own business and make me more confident. Yeah.
Beautiful. Can I also put in another question? I know you haven't been prepared for this, Nisan. Now, I remember in the very beginning, where you feel like English was probably against you that
Yeah.
time. How
Yeah.
about now?
Actually, still sometimes have some issue about because the sake label is kanji and I have to translate to English.
Mm.
But anyway, I just need to work before to do some pre-work and then talk to the customer would be great. Yeah.
I mean, just more practice anyways.
Yeah,
And
just more practice.
unfortunately, I can't translate everything for you in Chinese, nor can I do that either ways. So
Yep.
it's going to be English. But then people we want to attract are in Australia. So English is the problem. But I've never ever thought that you had an English problem.
Okay.
Ever. So you should be very not think about the fact you have an English problem because you don't
Yeah.
have. So and you can communicate very well, else we were doing this live, people can understand you, right?
Okay. Hope so.
Of course, no problem, you got me. Okay.
Yep.
So let's see. So what life changes did you make when you decided sake is the path for you?
I get more busier than before, but I feel very happy. Because when I finish something in each stage, I make a big plan and I finish each part. I have a sense of the achievement, and my family support me to do the sake business. My wife encouraged me a lot and helped me to do some marketing and also finding some suppliers for the design and the clothes design, my logo
That's a
design.
great design. I was
Yeah.
saying your merchandise is, oh, send me your merchandise.
Yeah,
It's so great.
yeah, and she also helped me to manage the social media to promote our brand in South Australia and all in Australia.
So
Yeah.
I guess also your life decision has included your family as well.
Yeah.
I mean, does your wife do a job, or is it just helping you at the moment?
She is a beauty therapy in
Ah,
here. Yeah.
that's good. This is
Yeah.
going to help her more as well with you as well. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that she's gifted as well with design and products, which is good.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Next question. Do you think, okay, we're going into the sake industry now. Do you think if you work in the sake industry, it is important that they have this qualification? If so, why do you think so from your experience? Yisan?
I think in each industry, you need to have the industry's qualification, but because when I was in the wine industry, people usually focus on your qualification first, and then is your ability. And the qualification is like a first impression on your customer. They will see you as a professional in this industry, and your words make you show you are reliable. You do not need to explain more things about your experience when you first time to see your customer, and you can show your experience doing the conversation and the future cooperation. That should be, I think the qualification can save more time about the people to know you, but you can give your customer more time about to your product or some service. They can feel you professional.
It is interesting, isn't it? Like, where the qualification really puts a brand on your image as an expert as well, right?
Yeah,
Like, even though you have experience, but people don't see that title on you, they don't see you as an expert. Again, like you were
yeah,
saying, right? Impression. What is the impression on the customer when they see you, right? And you don't have, when you have that title, you have like, oh, you're the expert or sommelier or that sort of thing, right? But you don't have anything, then how do they know they can trust what you're saying? Again, it's about
yeah,
trust as well, right? But then some people with the qualifications may not have experience. So which one is what? But if you can have both, you have experience and then you have the qualification, it kind of stucks into people's mind that this is the right
yeah,
person to ask, especially business owners, CEOs or whatever sort of thing. They want to speak to the person who knows about it, not to the person who
mhm,
thinks about it or has an
yeah,
idea about it, right? And also gives you that sort of like confidence, right? I said that they will listen to you. That's another thing as well.
yes,
Thank you. Definitely, Misa, for sharing that insight as well. All right.
yeah.
So, what benefits after having this qualification compared to what you think to a professional who does not have one? What are the teachings you were able to apply to what you're doing now?
Uh, when you are studying the course, and you will find you are not only study the academic knowledges, but also can experience a professional teaching model. So the teaching model can help you to do your further study by yourself, and you can follow the teacher guide to study. And the professional teaching model also influenced me this time when when I'm doing my own business. For example, some of my customers, they don't have any sake basic knowledge. They just love to drink. And I can use the very easy word to explain the academic word to them, so they can quite understand very clearly. That is what I learned from the qualification course. And to explain and describe what the sake looks like, use their languages or their words.
Thank you, Yusuf, for explaining that because actually most people who don't have a qualification can't describe sake, as you know,
Ye-
right? But when you do have the qualification, you can describe sake, but using the actual, terminology, right? But then you got to understand that some customers don't understand that terminology, but because we've been like that customer before, we can change it to make them understand in a simple way so that they can understand in their own sense of level of experience with sake, right?
Yes,
Before, you don't know what is the difference, right? You describe sake, but that's maybe just your own way, not not
yes,
a professional way, not a scientific way, or not even like the knowledgeable way. And that's where you feel like, should you say that? Is that right? You're questioning it, right? But after
yeah,
the qualification, you get to get that confidence that this is right, right? Because of this. You have that reasoning. This is right because of this. This is why it tastes this way is this way. Why is that rice that way is this way. Why is the water like that is because of this, where it comes from,
yeah,
how to taste it, and the pairing as well. Everything has a reason. Before you didn't have a reason of why they were like that. But after the qualification, you had that reason to back yourself if anybody questioned it. Okay. Thank you very
yeah.
much, Yisan, for sharing that. All right. So, yes, let's go back to your business. Why did you start your business?
I decided to start my business because I want to share my experience and knowledge with more people in Adelaide. Because in Adelaide there's fewer people drinking sake, because Adelaide is like a wine city.
Mm,
Everybody drink wine, drink beers, gin, like this. And also we have few customer drinking sake, but they usually buy the big brand such as the Dasai, like this very famous brand. And they usually buy sake from the big importers like JFC or Jun Pacific. And to be honest, I think the big importers, they have big advantage like the price and the sake brands. They can go the big brands and famous brands. I could not compare with them. But in South Australian market, I only can see a few brands of the sake in the supermarket. I wanted to get more brands, more different brands get
mm,
into South Australia and to the bottle shop or the restaurants. And I think the big importers, they usually do not give the restaurant more support. They only can give good price, but less service after sale service. So if I meet a restaurant owner, I can give them some training like the food and the sake pairing and some sake service training. That is my advantage. So I can help them to do some like function in their restaurant with the sake and can promote their restaurant food brand and also my sake brand and my sake sales like this.
This is the collaboration that normally should happen with sake and food, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I understand where you're coming from with this way as well, because like suppliers, they can't do that extra step because one thing, not sake qualification there, but also no understanding of how food and pair menu, as well as they don't know how to help the restaurants other than supply them a product. They base themselves on the fact of the product, awareness and the fact that that's the brand, but that's all, right? The staff in most restaurants don't have, people who are in either have wine knowledge or even sake knowledge. They have a standard, basic hospitality experience only, as we've discussed with many, even with Kana-san at the same time, that they always mostly have the simple standard of experience, but nothing that prepares them for, selling wine or even selling sake. All right, or promoting.
Yeah.
We'll not say selling, promoting. But the thing about restaurants is, as you know, it's all about experience, and customers love experience. But a restaurant owner doesn't know how experience can actually help them with sales, build up their awareness, raise their popularity. A lot of things that could be very beneficial to a restaurant owner. They don't know what can be done with sake or even wine. Wine they probably know, but they don't know the potential of sake, because sake compared to wine has much more diversity, as well as um, less limitations than wine
Yeah.
does with food pairing. Thank you, Isan, for sharing that. And what do you want to achieve with sake and why?
I want to be in the near future, I want to be a successful sake importer in Adelaide. And maybe in the future, I want to be a master sake sommelier. And I know it would be a hard way to go, but I really enjoy this process because I can feel the sense of achievement when I finish each stage. And if you ask me about how much I can make, I did not consider that. But I think if I can do a great job, my business will be run smoothly. Just need more patience to do my best. It looks like a game, like I need to complete each mission, but I could not save and load or try again. I think I'm getting ready to meet all the challenges in the future.
That's the difference between like driving with passion and joy rather than
Yeah,
work hard and trying to get an outcome, if that makes sense. I mean,
yeah,
eventually we're going to get the outcome. Of course, who doesn't want to make money in the first run? But it needs to start with somewhere where we feel like it didn't feel like work. It felt we felt happy to do it, and
yes,
that drives up. I mean, sometimes money does drive up, but it's not the most essential important. Even for myself, you saw the post I gave to you. Took me 6 years, okay, Yisan,
okay,
to get the saga market to really up and booming. But I didn't regret those 6 years to start. It actually taught me a lot, right? But of course, for you, it's shorter because I'm helping you cut corners and the shortcut. But other than that, it should start from a place of passion rather
yeah,
than a place of an outcome. So this is the right way, and that's going to make you feel like you want to keep on pushing on, and that what
yeah,
makes you feel like you're ready for a challenge. You want more. If not, why are we doing it? What makes us drive? What is making us want more? Right? There's no
yeah.
reasoning if there's no drive. Right? Thank you, Yisan, for sharing. And Yisan, why do you think you're the perfect person for this to make it happen?
I think I love to studying and I want to get more and more knowledge and get higher levels about in the sake industry, just keep studying and more patient to do the right things. I think I would be the right person in the sake industry because my patience and confidence in Japanese sake, and I love the
It's
sake
all
and
about
Japan
love, isn't
culture.
it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, all about love.
If we're all like, connected in some way, it is, based on the fact that we love Japan and we love Japanese sake. This is
Yeah.
pretty much what's drawing us all together, in some way. Yeah. The experiences and knowledges that we have is part of it, but if we are drawing to one connection, is the love of Japanese sake and Japan culture and what it stands for, right? Really what it stands for. Well, thank you so much, Yi-san, for sharing your sake journey with our audience, for the sake lovers in my audience and my group. And for those who sake lovers are in South Australia or Adelaide, or you are a Japanese restaurant in Adelaide, do get in touch with Yi-san because he can set you up with the perfect sake list and wine with me because he's actually, a master degree in wine as well. That's going to shine your signature dishes. For more details, we'll put it in the link before. You can actually, direct message us directly as well. And thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time for another episode of our student guest series. Have a great night, great day, everyone. Kampai.
Bye. Thank you.